Hi everyone, it's Taff. Welcome to Glasgow International Airport. Here we are. We're just getting the passengers on board now, and yes, I have ventured out into airline industry. Yes, myself and Sebastian have part funded from the profits from the farm, and we've bought ourselves a Bombardier CRJ 700 regional jet. Here she is. Isn't she beautiful? Let's see if we can get her. There we go. Beautiful little jet, based out of Glasgow Airport, and we are flying a little route for Logan Air, which is one of the operators currently in the UK. They do some work for Flybe, but we are flying for Logan Air. As you can see, we've got the passenger bus on our right-hand side of the screen, and on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the baggage train just coming up, where they'll start throwing the luggage onto the floor, driving over it, then throw it into the hold, as is standard process in these situations. So we've got the stewardess just welcoming everyone into the plane. We've done a bit of a warm-up. We've got all our all the instruments up and running. We haven't got the engines going at the moment because we want to get the pushback and everything. So while the bus does a quick turn, let's just have a quick look from Sebastian's seat. I don't know why the colour of the floor texture is popping like that. That's a bit weird. It's probably the lighting levels, to be fair, because we're early morning. If we come over to my seat, got a clock down there. You can see it's passengers boarded, baggage loading in progress. Cool. So it's 6:48. Hopefully we'll get a 7 AM takeoff. That's the idea. So while we're waiting, let's minimise that for a second. We might as well get Glasgow ground, get the request to take off.
IFR to Birmingham, ready to copy. Bombardier Tango India Echo 241 is cleared to Birmingham Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 11,000. Departure frequency is 119.1 squawk 0652. Bombardier Tango India.
Acknowledge. Right, so we're going to go bring that up.
Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 11,000. Departure on 119.1 squawk 0652.
So we'll take it up to 11,000. This is the autopilot, in case you're wondering. Now, I am a very novice pilot when it comes to these old airlines and stuff. So, what's this currently set to? Let's go for about there. Okay, so we're just setting the climb rate, and also the autopilot is going to climb to 11,000 when we set it on, which is great. Now we're going to request a taxi to the airport. And while we do that, let's get a pushback. Tell you what, before we do that, so we're taking off from runway 23. Okay. Via the taxiways Kilo and Alpha. Acknowledge. Let's close the external hatches. Okay, now let's request some pushback. Okay, here's the dudes. You should have a mate. Yes, there they are. Great. So he's just going to connect in to the front tyre.
Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Excellent. In your own time. Here he comes. He'll connect the to our front wheel now. Any seconds? I'm not sure. What is he doing? Okay, yeah, pin's connected. Good. Let's not watch that. Okay, that's a bit weird. Right, let's put our, we've got our logo, beacon, strobe and navigation lights on, which is fine. We'll stick our landing lights on, blind them a little bit more, that's great.
Departure check completed.
Go on guys, 9 minutes.
Flight has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing
Okay,
push.
parking brakes
All
released.
clear. Start that wheel.
Okay, so we can start the engines now. So if we switch over to the panel, let's we've got stop on engine 1 for some reason. Let's put a start on engine 1, and you should start to see it spool up, which it is, and then it'll spike as it catches, and then it'll calm down again. He hopes. There we go. Brilliant. Engine 1 is a go. Right, and engine 2. Watch for the same thing. Spiking and then backing off. Perfect. Right, so they will start pushing us back. We come past a fuel truck by the looks of it. We'll be heading down there towards the runway. There's the tower and everything over there. Lovely early morning. Sunny morning. Reasonably heavy clouds, but not too bad. This is Scotland after all. So this is Glasgow International Airport. And I thought it a fitting place to start, considering we drove the train to here the other day. If you haven't seen the train sim video, it wasn't my best effort, but you know, we were relatively new to the old train front. So Glasgow Airport it is, and you thought, you know, we just throw this stuff together. No, absolutely thought out. So the rail link is on the other side of that building over there, and now we'll be flying out of that airport. Yeah, that's obviously some sort of lighting issue with that bit of tarmac there. Not sure why it does that as I move my head. Anyway, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the task ahead. So, as I said, I am relatively new to FSX, this is what the flight simulator is. I have had it for years, and I've played it for years, but never really done the airliners. I've got things like Spitfires and turboprops and that kind of aircraft, and like the little Cessnas, which I've flown a lot of, but never set the parking brakes. But never to any serious level. Normally just, you know, point, squirt, fly around a little bit, then land. I have been doing a lot of flying for Air Hauler, which is where you start your own. It's an add-on package which you can buy, and then you can start your own virtual airline in the background. It's a separate program, but it actually feeds off FSX, and basically you can open bases, generate money, open bases, build up your own air haul company, and buy fleets, hire other pilots, and basically ship goods around the world. That's basically what it is, and that's what I've been flying. So I've been flying an old was it Grand Caravan?
Right is clear.
Left is clear, right is clear. We're good to go. That guy's waving to me. Okay, bye. Safe flight. No, we're flying. Safe journey back to the terminal. Can we go? Have a good trip. Okay, cool. Right. We did do an instrument and a check before we actually went live recording, but I just thought I'd do another one because there is a button which sets the different modes on the joystick. Now if I hit it accidentally, then it causes all sorts of mayhem. So we got a taxi to the runway via Kilo and Alpha taxiways. Fortunately it seems rather quiet here today, which is quite nice, so we don't have to battle any other traffic. So Kilo Alpha is this way. We'll just follow the yellow line around. And while we're doing this, let's just set
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on. Ladies and gentlemen, we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. When the seatbelt
So
sign
do the
illuminates,
safety
you must fasten
announcements.
your seatbelt.
When you switch that on, I should have done it earlier
One
actually.
into the other
That's
and
what
tighten by
automatically
pulling on the loose
switches
end of
the
the
brake
strap.
on.
To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle.
So the stewardess will just go through
Suggest that
the
you keep
various
your seatbelt fastened throughout
Alpha
the flight,
J.
as you may experience turbulence.
No, we're not going that one.
There are several emergency exits
So
on
she'll
this
go through the
aircraft.
various
Please take a
safety
few moments
announcements.
now
The
to
one
look
that
at
you
the
always
exit.
ignore and
In
you
some
read the
cases,
back
your
of
main
the
exit may be behind you.
magazine or whatever you brought onto
If
the
we need
flight,
to
which is
evacuate
fair
the
enough.
aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit.
Probably going a little
Doors can be
bit
opened by
too
moving the
fast.
handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide, which may also be
Say,
attached to the use of the life
6:57 now, so we're coming
raft.
on.
Oxygen and the air pressure
I'm
will always
guessing,
be
I haven't seen a
monitored.
sign
In the event of a
actually, but I'm
decompression,
guessing
an oxygen
it's
mask will
this
automatically
one.
appear in front of you. To start the flow of
Hang on,
oxygen,
we've got
pull
the
mask
slow
towards
down
you.
a bit,
Place
and
it
let's have a
firmly
look
over your
at
nose and
these.
mouth.
Can you see
Secure the
these?
elastic band
These
behind your
boards, they're a
head
bit
and
dark,
release
aren't they?
normally.
They need some lighting
Although
here.
the bag will not inflate, oxygen
I can
is
turn the
pumped.
progressive
If you're
lighting
traveling
on.
with a child or someone who
Sorry, the
requires
progressive
assistance,
taxi
secure
on,
your
but
mask first and then assist the other person. Keep your
can't
mask
read
on
that at
until a
all.
uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. A life vest is
let's
located under your seat.
let's just
When
have a look,
instructed to
see
do
if that
so,
is.
open
So
the
we can
plastic
turn the
pouch and remove the vest.
Oh, I have
Flip it over
chosen the
your
right
head,
taxiway.
pass
It's
the straps
okay,
around
great.
your waist and
Get rid of
adjust
that.
it at the front. To inflate
So
the
here we
vest,
are. We
put
thought we'd do a
firmly
bit
on
of
the
flight
red
sim.
cord, only when
As I
using
said,
the
I'm determined to
aircraft.
learn this.
You can also blow into the mouthpieces
To
on
do it in
either
a
side of the
professional
vest.
way, so you'll have to bear with me. If you want to
Electronic
watch
devices
somebody
like
who's
calculators,
really
CD players,
proficient at
laptop computers may
FSX,
be
then
used when
this is
the
not the
seatbelt
channel
sign
at the
is
moment.
off or when
Hopefully in a
it is
year's time,
unfree.
by the time I have
Telephone,
plenty of
mobile
practice,
toys, or any
there
electronic
will be
device operating with an antenna
something to
must
watch.
be turned
Wow,
off at
look
all
at that
times.
wind.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight.
That's
Tampering
quite
with,
the
disabling,
headwind.
or
Obviously,
destroying the
we'll
smoke
take off
detectors
into the
located in
wind.
the lavatories is prohibited by law. You will find
Wow.
this and all other safety
That's-
information in the car
we'll actually
located in the seat
get a
pockets in
quick,
front of you. We strongly suggest you read it before takeoff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew
Get the
members.
information at the
We
top.
wish you all an enjoyable flight.
Going greater than 20 miles.
Wow, wind 244 at 32.
3,800 broken. Temperature denier 2.3. Altimeter
Okay. Tune into the ground. Just wanted to make sure we're going the right way. That's fine. We'll go to the end of the runway and we'll then stop just before the runway and seek permission once again to take off. Let's set flaps 20. Okay. She's finished her safety announcement now, which is good. So as I said, I am not the best pilot in the world. Give me a Bristol Blenheim and I will be able to go and bomb, you know, the enemy target for you, no problem. Give me a B-17, I'll have a go. Props, I'm not too bad with. Jet engines, not so hot. Very different characteristics. They've almost got like a lag to when you request power. So in a prop, you request power, you know, you throttle up, and you normally get the instant power. With a jet turbine, it's kind of like a little bit of turbo lag you might have in your car. It's you request, you wait, and there's the power, and it's just slightly different, and it makes you have to fly slightly different as well. Also, all these modern avionics, yeah, I don't know much all about that. Give me some old dials any day, but yeah, don't know how to use them particularly well, nor the navigation. So we'll be doing some basic navigation to begin with. Let me just request from the tower.
Glasgow Tower.
Request takeoff clearance.
India Echo 241 at runway 23, ready for takeoff. I have
Set the altitude.
Bombardier Tango India Echo 241, cleared for takeoff, runway 23. Cleared for takeoff.
Acknowledged.
Runway 23.
Okay.
Bombardier Tango India Echo 241.
So we set flaps. Let's just cruise out onto the runway, straighten her up, make sure she's running nice and level. As you can see, well, I'll talk about it a little bit at the moment. That's the thing coming in. It's a very quiet day here in Glasgow, which is quite nice. Don't have to battle any other air traffic, which is always a pain. Ooh, the glow, the warm glow of the runway. Right, let's try and line her up down the runway. You may be seeing the camera sway a bit and this and that. I've got my track IR on, of course, but the actual swaying and if I dab the brake, it will look like we've braked really hard. Oh, there you go, dab the brake. It looks like we've braked really hard. That's just EZdok. That's just a camera positioner which I use for FSX. It allows me to switch between positions like this. So that's EZdok. That's a mod. Which you can install to do that. It does give you, let's just feed the power in. It does give you a nice features. It allows you to feel. You can see it's giving the head shake you'd get from going over a runway at speed. Right, we're looking for 160 miles an hour, which is our takeoff speed. There you go, 160. Rotate.
Ladies and
Easy.
gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Thank you.
Right, let's engage the autopilot. Does that engage? There we go. Right, gear up. We've got a positive rate of climb. Very cloudy here, so we're switching to Glasgow departure. Oh, you can hear the wind as we started to lift the gear. Okay. I acknowledge that. So we're just doing a very basic flight today using the autopilot and the heading settings. Oh, make up your mind. 135. Acknowledge. Oh god. Ah! Gotcha. Right, we can also climb a little bit more as well. Let's just minimise that. That's huge. There we go. Right, so we get rid of that. Let's increase our climb rate.
Bombardier, Airport 1, please expedite your turn to heading 135.
Okay, I hadn't hit the heading selector, so it wasn't, the autopilot wasn't going on the heading, but that's okay. I've just done that now. Right, okay, great. Let's come back to the pilot seats as we go back to fly through some cloud.
Bombardier, Airport 1, contact press push approach at 120.55. Going to 120.
Roger. Going to a different handover. That's fine. Let's bring the flaps. So we're over 3,000 feet now, so I've just pulled the flaps in. I'm not sure what the exact procedure is, but we seem to have a very positive rate anyway. So can we see? I can't see Glasgow behind us. We've turned away from Glasgow.
Bombardier, Tango India Echo 2 toward 1 Crestwick approach. Roger. Altimeter 2975.
Right. Okay. So we're up, we're airborne, flaps have been retracted, gears up, and we are on our way. I've throttled back a little bit because we don't want to be blowing the engines out. 240, got a steady rate of climb. Probably climb a little bit quicker, to be honest with you, but it's okay. So our destination for today, if you haven't already guessed, because you might have heard him say it when we requested the clearance, is we are heading to Birmingham International. I know, exciting, what? Birmingham International, yes. So this is, as it's a regional jet, it's a Bombardier. What's it? It's a CRJ 700. As you can see, I probably looked at my notes then, because I can never remember the names of them. So I'll bring my notes in front of me so you don't have to look to the side of the aircraft. But it is quite a pretty out there. There's the airport just over there. But we have got a thick cloud layer. Hopefully we'll fly through this in a sec, and you'll be able to see the wondrous morning. So yeah, this is one of FSX's bog standard aircraft which come with the actual vanilla game, so you can fly this if you get the FSX Steam Edition or the boxed edition, whichever one you go for. This is one of the basic aircraft which come with it. You can get add-on aircraft which are far more complex, ranging from the bog standard ones like this, which are nice and simple for the likes of beginners like me, all the way to the the prepared 3G aircraft, which are, well, prepared 3G is a different flight simulator experience altogether. It's a different flight simulator, but many of the aircraft DLCs are compatible with both P3D, FSX and X-Plane, which are the big three flight simulators at the moment. Just flying through cloud. God, you wouldn't have a clue where you were, would you? Oh, there's the ground there. So, bring up our GPS. So we were going to be flying, where were we? Down the west coast of the UK. There's beautiful Wales here. Into Birmingham. So that is our journey for today. We should be cruising at about 13,000 feet. It's quite low, but yeah, we're not going to be up in the air for long. What is the time? It's 7:07, so we did okay. We took off reasonably on time. Once we get through this cloud, we can talk about what's going on. So the reason I chose to do a bit of FSX and record it is because I've just started playing the last couple of weeks a lot of FSX, and I thought, well, if I'm playing it, I might as well record some of it. So that's what I do. Now the reason I've started playing it, as I said earlier, I have played it in the past with Airhauler, which is an external add-on. External add-on, it sounds weird. It's an external program which integrates with the FSX, which allow you to fly various missions for it and build up. It's a little bit like Euro Truck Simulator, where you build a company and you start with just one aircraft, and then you have to pay for various bases, and then you can hire other cabin crew or other pilots, and purchase or lease purchase other aircraft which you can add to your fleet, and then obviously build up your company that way. And it's the same thing, you're hauling freight all over the world. Very, in the basic element, very similar to Euro Truck Simulator concept, and it's very addictive. But this obviously is passengers. Now I do have FS passengers, which is a kind of a similar thing to Airhauler, but rather than moving freight, you're moving human cargo. But I'm not playing that at this time. No, I am playing something called Project Fly. Project Fly is a project set up by Matt Davies. You might know him as Bellends. He does a lot of FSX and P3D and X-Plane videos. I think he's gone full time now. It's a lot strict. He's almost. I think he's actually professional now when it comes to creating videos and streaming. So I think he's gone full time, which is great for it's great because he makes some great videos. And he's very proficient at all the simming. He goes on VAT Sim and all that. He plays online, that kind of thing. Very proficient, very skilled flight simmer. So he's created this project where you can basically go in, and it will work similarly to when you have things like virtual airlines. You go in there, you log the aircraft you fly, you log your hours, you log your trips, and that kind of thing. So if you were to go on there right now as I'm recording this video, you could see this flight is on the dashboard as in progress, and you could follow my progress. You could see roughly where I was on the actual journey. At the moment, it's just a logbook for. Okay, let's just quickly do these changes. Turn left, 135. Hang on, I am heading 135. Climb to 13,000. Acknowledge.
135, climb and maintain 13,000. Bombardier to port 1.
Let's go to 13,000 then, which will be our cruising altitude. What's our heading? It is 135. Okay, anyway, yeah, so at the moment Project Fly is just that. It's a logbook of what your flying hours and where you've been and that kind of thing, which is good. It's fun in itself. It adds something more to FSX to keep you coming back and playing. But the idea of that project is to progress into having full virtual airlines and that kind of thing. So it's going to be quite exciting. Okie dokie, she wants me to turn to heading 150. Now, as I say, this is the very basics of flying these aircraft, is to stick in the heading, stick in altitude and let the autopilot fly it. We won't be doing an ILS, which is an instrument landing. We will do it by eye, by visual, by the seat of our pants. That's how we will land, because that's how, yeah, I want to do something. But once we get up to 13,000 feet, I'll switch the seat. Oh, now we're over 10,000. We can switch the landing lights off. You're supposed to keep your landing lights on below 10,000 feet, apparently. So that's what I've done. But this is a beautiful little jet. Obviously, the flight computer is black, is dead, because it's not implemented in this model of the aircraft. It's quite, as I say, quite a simplistic version, but you can get very incredibly detailed aircraft, which are, you know, as detailed as the real thing. So, you know, you can literally use it to learn to fly. The Majestic Dash, what was it? Majestic Dash 8 is. I think I might save up for that one, because that looks amazing, but it looks proper hard to fly. So we'll see, but that's something I may want to get in the future. Right, 12,300. We're holding a nice speed of 220 miles an hour. Oh, and we're coming out of the clouds, and it's clear as we coming up to the English border. So yeah, English border's about yay, and it's nice and clear over England. So it's a bit cloudy over the Scottish. I was going to say the Scottish Lowlands, but yeah, over Scotland, full stop. Right, we're coming up to the top of our climb, so I'm going to switch the seatbelt sign off. Oh, it is switched off. Hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move around the cabin. However, we always recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated. Thank you.
Okay, well, we had these off, so we want to put the no smoking sign on, for heaven's sake. I'd be lighting up in the back, thinking, oh goodness, we can smoke on this flight for the first time in 20 years. No, you can't. Okay, sorted. So they're now free. Passengers are now free to get up, wander about, go to the toilet, and we'll start our coffee service shortly. As we're coming to the top of our climb now, as you can see, 13,000's right there. And we've got a straight run down into England, down into the Midlands where Birmingham is. So I will probably leave it there. One of the questions that may arise is, oh, you've got some quite nice scenery on here. Yeah, I've got, as I said, I've had this game for years, and I've got numerous software installed from the ORBX Scenery. I've got Rex Skies and Weather. I've got GSX, which is the all the ground crew stuff that you saw at the start with the Pushback and the bus and the baggage wagons. That's all GSX. FS cabin crew is the guys, you know, talking in the back, you know, simulating, you know, the actual stewardess and that kind of thing. EZdok is the camera docking system, and I've set a couple of cameras up. So I've got obviously the pilot, co-pilot. I've got the obligatory wing shot. I've got the underbelly shot. I've got the sitting on top of the wing shot, looking forwards. I've got staring at me and Sebastian shot. Look at me with my aviators on, with me my beard, which is quite apt actually. I've got a bit of a beard at the moment, which is a bit apt. I'm just going to go over to Manchester Air Traffic Control. And as you can see, the EZdok is just creating that kind of camera wobble. It might make some of you seasick, but it's just that kind of like image effect. That's what it's just doing. So we've got that one, and then we've got the wing and engine. I think that's all I've set up so far. Oh, but then I got the in-cab shot. So you've got the lower instrument with all our radios and navigation radios on. Then you've got your throttles and your flaps and that kind of thing. Obviously, this would be the flight computer if it works. You've got your gear here, but it's not working on this model because it's just a simplistic model. Then we've got our overhead panel, and then we've got our what do you call this? Autopilot, yes. And then we've got the two various instruments there. So 770. Fantastic. Anyway, so that is a brief rundown. I've also got some really nice scenery from UK2000 with really nice airport upgrades and that kind of thing. Birmingham, I think, is an upgraded airport, so we'll fly into that, and you can see it should be a nice visual sensation for you guys. Sensation is probably a bit dramatic, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so we'll continue the cruise, and I will see you when we're coming up for descent and landing. So I'll see you in a little while. Okay guys, there we go, that is the call to descend, so let's put the old...
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We are encountering some turbulence. Please return to your seats
it's
and
actually,
keep your
no, it's not
seatbelts
turbulence.
fastened. Thank you.
But we're going to descend to 2,000, whoa, 2,500. Let's get rid of that. To 2,500 is what we're going to descend to. I'm trying. There we go. We'll put the throttles back a bit so we don't overspeed. We are now descending. Fantastic. So if you have a look at the old GPS, this is Birmingham. We've been given we've given a vector of 15, so we'll be coming in on Woodford approach. Okay, acknowledge. Tune into Woodford, contact Woodford. As you see, EZdok is simulating the turbulence and stuff, which is quite cool. I've got AccuFeel as well, which is another mod which I need to mention, which makes the aircraft give sounds and like air sounds and brake and aircraft rattle sounds, which just adds to the immersion a little bit. So program, select an approach. Okay, We're going ILS 15. Yes. Vectors, I don't know. You should have charts and everything, but I don't know. So okay, let's go via Cheddar because it sounds cool. Okay, so that's load it in. Yep, enter. Cool. Activate approach. Yes. Okay. Acknowledge. Sorry, I was busy. So we're going to turn 160. So much to do. So much to do. So it's so much easier when you've got all this set out for you.
We are going to start our descent. Please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed under the seat or in the overhead bin. Please
she wants me to go to 190.
Thank you.
Focus mode engaged. There you go. Okay. I'm just going to turn the stream down on the other monitor, which I've been watching while I've been flying, while I've been cruising, because it's a bit loud. We'll switch it off for a moment, and you can see we are descending into the Midlands. Back into the clouds. Oh goodness. There was a nice clear patch in Northern England over Northumberland, but now we're back in the Midlands. Cloudy as everything. Just ease back on the old throttles. We're just coming through 7,400 feet, 320 miles an hour indicated. Turn left heading 155. There we go. These little dials are not the easiest things to play around with, especially when you're jiggering up and down. Okay, acknowledge. East Midlands we'll be tuning into. Thank you, Woodford.
East Midlands approach, Bombardier, Echo, India, Echo 241, visit 6,300, descending 2,500. Bombardier, Tango, India, Echo 241, East Midlands approach, roger, altimeter 2998.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Right. As we zoom in, we can see we'll be coming in. Oh god, it's such a mess. Can we? Does that help? There you go. That helps a bit. So we'll be coming into Cheddar, I think that was, and then. God, hang on. Zoom. We're not close enough to really see it. That is. God, I can't even read it. Let's go back to black. So there's Cheddar. That's EGNX, so that's not where we're going. We're going to EGBB, which is Birmingham. Which is, I guess we're coming in there, and there's... I can't tell from that one, it's a bit too messy, isn't it? It's a bit messy. I'll have to wait till we're a little bit closer. Ah, there we go, now we can see the green vector. Okay, so it'll be a nice turn. 1-5. Perfect. When they give you a heading like runway 15, it obviously means that you're going to land at 150 degrees, so you know which way you should be pointing. Okay, acknowledge that. Let's bring that up so I can get a big. I'm looking this section. You can have a look here, but I'm also looking there, which will give you a readout. And we're going to 200. So yeah, this isn't the cool way of flying. This is the numpty way of flying, the derpy way of flying for the thick amongst us. But it works. It works. I'm going to get these people hopefully safely here. Right, we've coming down to 2,500 now. We better stick our lights on. We should have done that as we came through 10,000. Coming under the it's got an aerodrome there, quite a small one. So this is Rex 4, I think I've got. I'm thinking about going into Rex Soft Clouds, which gives different clouds, but the clouds look nice, but obviously they're not real volumetric, which is we're going to 240. Acknowledge that. We'll just bring forth the leading edges. So if I go to here, you can see the leading edge. Just generates a little bit more lift. It's a bit cloudy. Low level cloud, could be a problem. Tango India Echo obviously stands for Taff and Exile, just in case you're wondering. Turn left 185. Acknowledge. Whoa, that accelerated. There we go. Gotcha. Gotcha in the end. Yeah, it can be a little bit of a faff. Let's tune into the Birmingham Tower. God, this cloud is low, isn't it? What's the time? It's 7:46. So yeah, it's about an hour flight into Birmingham. Okay. Acknowledge the entry pattern. Good God, this is thick. This is where an instrument landing, an ILS, would be brilliant. But we're going visual flight rules. Woohoo! When we get in, once we have visual of the runway, we'll. God, this is really low cloud, isn't it? This is horrible. Oh. So we'll be turning now to 15, through to Cheddar, straight down the runway. Why hasn't that activate approach? Yes, please. There we go. So normally, if you got it on GPS, this hasn't got a GPS switch on this one, but that will automatically fly via the GPS, which will follow the pink route. Right, let's take a turn 150. And I think that might be it ahead. So put a bit more flap out. Throttled up a little bit, back to where we were. So obviously we're stopped descending now. We're actually a little bit off track. So that is the runway. Let's disconnect the autopilot and we'll just fly. I can see the runway, so we'll just fly in. That wasn't a great approach. Now, if you use the proper vectors and the VOR system and the ILS, it will line you up exactly. Not like that. That was a bit of a nightmare because I'm kind of bodging two systems together and trying to get it to work, and it's not really working because I was going by GPS, but I'm not really flying GPS, if that makes sense. So our speed is 220, well, 210, which is fine. You see the pappy lights. Whoa, a bit of turbulence as we're coming over a green sector. That must be a golf course, is it? Probably. Acknowledge that. Gear down. This is going to be a bit of a crappy landing actually. We've completely balls the approach up, so I'm too high. So I'm adjusting now. Oh, Birmingham loads in. So we should already be lined up. We're not. Trying to bring her in now. I can see the pink line on my dials, and I'm bringing her in. Over a football pitch by the looks of it. Oh, is it athletics track as well? So is that the Birmingham NEC? I don't know.
Think rate.
Whoa.
Pull
As
up.
the old
Pull
panic.
up.
Don't panic. As I said,
Pull
I am a
up.
novice pilot, so
Think rate.
I just had to sort of drop a bit of altitude quickly and get us back online, but we are there or thereabouts. Now the EZdok
Think
will
rate.
exaggerate the touchdown, so don't get too alarmed if it looks a little bit bumpy. We're a little bit off center actually, so let's try and it's plenty long. Let's flare at the ends. Oh, flare too soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. For your safety and comfort, we ask you to please remain
Right,
seated
so
with
we
your
are
seatbelt fastened until the
firing
captain
reversers
has
and also
off the
deploying
seatbelt sign.
air
Please
brakes.
check around your seat for any personal belongings you may
There
have
we
brought on
go.
board, and please use caution when opening the overhead bins.
Brilliant. So
Heavy
we're down.
articles may have shifted during the flight. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope to see you on board again soon.
So as you can see, this is quite a nice airport. This is very pretty. I didn't mean to switch the Birmingham information system on, but we're here. Welcome to Birmingham, everyone. We'll just slow down. We'll get to the end of the runway and we'll pull off. We've still got our speed brakes deployed. Exit runway when able. This'll do then. This'll do, pig. This'll do. Welcome to Birmingham, everyone. Right, let's just stop as we come off the runway. And what we'll do, I'll acknowledge. Can we see from there? No. So we'll have a look at this. We'll put the air brake, speed brakes in, and the flaps up. And we're home. Right, let's just request parking. Where do we want to park? Now, all good pilots will have charts with all the taxiways, parking areas and runways all with them, and have them in the aircraft as well. Me, not so much. Let's just ask for a gate, shall we? Is it occupied, available in 6 minutes. Medium gate, gate 25, please. Quest follow me? Yes, please. Alright, so we can get rid of that. And we'll just wait for... So what we've done basically is asked GSX to send a car. Marshaller has been dispatched on site. Follow me vehicle is on its way. Brilliant. So I think I just see it right there. The vehicle is going to come out to us. And we will follow it in. There's a lot of aircraft. A lot of Thompson or TUI Airlines here. Here comes the follow me vehicle. I'm going to stop. Whoa, he's going to do some handbrake turns. I'll follow you then, matey. So landed at 5 to 8, a little bit of a hairy landing. Follow me, it says. We will do just that. Keep an eye, just keep a concentration. Obviously the frame rate takes a wee bit of a hit when you come into the populated areas. But there are refueling trucks over there. Some British Airways tails I see. Lots of TUI. Okay, so we're not going to it. We're just going to one of the this parking area here by the looks of it. Double brakes. Now trying to line up one of these, I'm rubbish at trying to park these straight. And if you get it right, the guy at the end guiding you in will do a little dance. Me, I've only seen it a couple of times. It would be nice if I could get it right, but don't hold your breath. So we'll pull in here. We've got the luggage cart waiting to unload us. We've got the guy waving us in. Wait for him to cross. It wasn't as sharp a landing as that. Let's put the brakes on. Please cut engines. Let's just switch. Or we can just cheat and just, for the sake of speed, switch the fuel cut-offs on. Yeah, so he's saying we were off-center by something or other. That wasn't very good parking, he says. Cheeky bugger. I'll fire up the engine and just run you over, shall I? Anyway, let's request deboarding and open up the hatch. As you can see, we're off center. But here we are. We have made it safely-ish into Birmingham International Airport from Glasgow. We've got a Flybe. That's the Dash 8 over there. Beautiful aircraft. Yes, so maybe one day we'll get to fly there. Maybe we'll get to fly these Boeings and Airbuses as well. Once we learn the ropes and know the lingo and all that kind of thing, we've earned our merit badges by doing our hours. So there we go. Baggage unloading complete. It's waiting for the passenger bus to turn up to before we disembark the passengers. There's loads of vehicles around here. But no bus. Sebastian, can you see the bus your side? No, they've got some big old containers over there. Ah, there's the bus. There they go. Passengers off. No, here comes... Oh, I don't know what the bus is doing. Okay, the bus might be slightly bugged. What's the bus driver doing? What are you doing? Okay, he's found his way. He's found his way here. Okay, great. So let's start switching some of these lights. We'll start switching down. Okay, now we go. Passengers are now leaving, thank goodness. And there we have a successful trip. So let me know your thoughts. Obviously, I'm keen to learn how to do the navigation and the flying much better than what my current skill level is. So hints and tips, please leave in the section below. If you know of any good tutorial videos, then please let me know as well, because as I say, I am keen to learn. And the sooner I do, the better it will be for me and everyone. So yes, tips, hints, comments, please leave it in the section below. And thank you for flying with Exile Air. And if it's popular, then we may do some more. Bloody kids, get the kids off. For Christ's sake. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.